Hello and welcome to another Franchise Hockey Manager stream. My name is Adam. I'm the community manager of Franchise Hockey. With me, as always, and not digitally pictured on your screen, is FHM producer Jeff. Say hi, Jeff.
Hey, everybody.
And we are back with Sweet Home Chicago Blackhawks 2025-2026 season part 5. Jeff, we finished our first season where we made the playoffs and then kind of we're like a shooting star, burned fast and furious and then out. But we had
Yeah,
a successful draft, I think.
and the problem is, though, we've created some expectations in our owner who that may not be all that realistic. So he's kind of expecting us to contend now after that good season last year, and I'm not sure we're in a position to do that.
Well, we made a couple free agent signings.
Yeah, show you those first. We were able to get Brock Besser off the Canucks for just under $7 million, which seems like a bargain for him, coming off a good year too in Vancouver. And we also probably overpaid for a year of John Tavares. Only played half a season in the game, 33 games, no, not even half a season, but we're giving him $7 million for a single year. So hopefully he's got a little left in the tank and can be the number 2 center behind Bedard and give us a little bit more scoring depth. So hopefully that works. I did sign one other guy since we went off stream, just a fourth-string backup goalie for the AHL team, Benjamin Gaudreau, who was starter in the ECHL last year, had a decent season. And it was actually, with the Indy Fuel, our AHL or ECHL affiliate, but not signed directly to us. So we signed him. He'll be the number 4 guy in the backup in the AHL. Do anything else? Injury situation, still waiting on Frank Nazar to come back, but he's almost back, so we'll be healthy at the start of the preseason. One problem, got another clique forming, and when I tried to break it up, everybody got mad at Nick Foligno.
Perfect.
So, yeah, I'm wondering if maybe we need to think about a different captain this year. That'll be coming, we'll take a look at that at training camp, but that's not the first time that happened. Didn't you have one other intervention go bad last year?
We had one go bad with our Seals game, but I don't remember if we had a Chicago one go bad.
I thought we did. Can't remember. But anyhow, we are in the middle of the prospect tournament. We played the first game yesterday, losing 4-1 to Ottawa. I've got mostly draft picks on this unsigned guys, but we've got a few guys that will be playing next season for us. Hudson Thornton, who we signed out of the ECHL about 15 games into the season, had a decent year in the AHL. Doesn't look like he had a great game there. Not a lot of impressive games all the way around. Nick Lardis, one of our draft picks, did okay. But not that impressive for the first game. Let's see how it goes in game 2 of the tournament. Where are we? Chicago and Colorado. Oh, we got an injury already. That doesn't look like it. I'll just continue it. Let the AI sort out whatever that is and stop it after this game, and we'll see how it turned out. So, Adam, anything you want to talk about the real NHL?
Particularly, no.
Nothing interesting happened on the weekend?
No, not really.
Yeah, no, we won 1-0 against Colorado, so we got the shutout. Gajan, our he signed. No, he's going back to Minnesota Duluth next year. And the only goal scored by Francesco Pinelli, our free agent rookie signing, who did well for us. Which game was that, Adam? Can't remember. It was in our previous stream where Pinelli was good.
Oh, I want to say it was the Quebec team. I don't know if he was great or not, but he was a draft pick of ours.
We made an expansion Quebec team a few years ago and drafted him in it, and I think he did reasonably well, surprisingly well for a guy that was not particularly rated highly. And yeah, Smelly Wrestling Week, Edmonton fell apart tonight. So see what the chances of any Canadian teams in the final this year are. Not looking good at this point.
If the Jets had beaten Dallas, I fully believe they could have beat Edmonton. But hey, give me a hard time about that. No, Winnipeg season was a good season. I'm not mad. I'm not disappointed.
I
I'm
mean,
sad
you're
it's over.
reacting more constructively than the Leafs fans. Wow, that. Oh, there we go. 3-0, 3-1 win over the Islanders. Hudson Thornton gets a goal. Pinelli again. He's going to do well in this one again. A couple of points, and we'll see the Thibodeau, the rookie, a couple of assists in his first start. Yeah, I think we got. Wait. Got to remember how to do this.
That was a heartbreaking way for the
Prospect
series to
roster. There we
end.
go.
Yeah, it was. Again, I'm not thrilled it was over. I think they could have beat Dallas, but whatever. Things happen. The team will be better for it. Although next year won't be any easier.
Oh boy, where are we in this? There we go. Well, we're in the big division this time, so we'll get a couple more games. But yeah, I mean, the Leafs fans kind of went a little bit overboard at the end there. I can understand being upset, but they're acting like they got swept in the first round. I mean, if anything, Winnipeg has more to be
I mean,
disappointed in than the Leafs took the defending Cup champions to 7 games.
yeah, but it's how they lost at home in their last two games. That's what people are
Mm.
mostly mad about.
So I don't think burning Marner at the stake is a solution. It looks like Shanahan is maybe headed out now. He's talking to the Islanders.
Oh, why would he want to be there any longer?
Yeah, kind of a limited shelf life for being in the front office in Toronto. Okay, so we finish in the middle of the pack for the Prospects tournament. Not bad. See that last game? Four 1 win over Tampa. Pavel, Berge, Moore, Ryan. Okay, so nobody really standing way out in the tournament.
I mean, if you're Marner, would you not want to just go and see like what's out there
Yeah, I saw a
at this
clickbait article somewhere implying that he was going somewhere in Western Canada, but I didn't. It was behind a paywall, so I didn't see where. I'm assuming it's not the Canucks. Calgary, maybe.
I would think Vegas would be more likely.
No,
I
it
could also
was
see.
allegedly a Canadian team, and obviously not Edmonton with their cap. But you're not going to get him in Winnipeg, even if Ehlers goes and you save that money. Guess he's going to be getting what 10, 11 million at least.
I'd expect 12 for him.
Well, after the playoffs, so that may have taken a little bit off.
Yeah, but he was the one guy who looked like he cared.
Well,
I mean, if I'm the Leafs, I'm looking at moving Austin Matthews.
yeah,
Get
but
rid of him.
you'd be doing that in order to destroy the Leafs. So you're not exactly the best source in that.
No, no. The minute he comes out and says there was too many passengers tonight, and he had what like just played terrible and had 2 shots, 3 shots on net.
Yeah. What's that? I saw something a couple of weeks ago. How many that he's gone? I think the most has the highest number of games without scoring a goal in the
Yeah,
first round. I can't remember the exact stat. Okay, there we go.
yeah, yeah. It
Nazar's
was a lot.
healthy, so yeah.
I know the one you're talking of.
Okay, just gonna shuffle the roster around a little bit, send some guys down that will be starting in the AHL. We
Marner at least looked like he cared about how the games were going. Matthews, I don't know.
yeah, but there's like he was maybe being a little too visible with his caring.
Yeah, well, better than not being there at all.
Yeah, if you're just doing it for show though. Okay, leave 27 on the roster for now, and I will set up the training. You want to? Generally, a good idea. Actually, I should call up the goalie too, just for camp. What I'm trying to do here is set up the training before the training camp
Welcome in, Cardinals fan.
skills report comes in, which is there's a bonus skill improvement period during camp. So you want to get your training set up for that, so to take maximum advantage of it. But we've got a young goalie already in night. And Comesso Soderblom doesn't really have that much more to improve. See, the bonus there is at 20, so I can reduce that some. Shunov. I'm just trying to hit the guys with a big gap between ability and potential. Or, well, we know that's a bigger, it's 5 to 4.5 for Bedard, but we know he's still got a lot of room to improve.
Yeah, okay, you're right there. Smell yours and geek. The funnier things were coming about the Buffalo Sabres stats versus the Leafs and the Canes.
What was that?
Well, it was the Buffalo Sabres have won more playoff series than the Leafs since the 04-05 lockout.
Okay, it's kind
And
of
then
painful.
the Buffalo Sabres have won a conference final game more recently than the Carolina Hurricanes.
Just try and get all the trading bonuses down into the sort of low teens, maybe 12 even. Particularly if it's 20, that's just probably wasting a few points. You can get more out of the guys if you spread it out a little bit more. That should be just about good. There we go. Okay, continue with that, and we'll waiting for the start of training camp now. But yeah, I guess did we talk about last week? Talkett officially in Philadelphia now, and Adam Foote taking over in Vancouver. Not real thrilled about that. He has his first press conference. Was it yesterday or today?
I didn't see it.
Nothing really amazing came out of it. Obviously asked about his son's court case and couldn't comment on it.
Yeah.
So,
Well, what are they going to say?
yeah, exactly. Bruce Hamilton here in Kelowna, the owner here in Kelowna, was defending him the other day as he had such a terrible record with the Rockets when he was here, saying that they made mistakes in the front office with guys they brought in, which seems kind of like a cop-out because he was under 500 both seasons he was here, and he was the second one that was supposed to be a build-up to Memorial Cup before it got sidelined by COVID. Couple of trades. Boston, Winnipeg making a trade. No. Winnipeg gives up a 7th rounder for a minor leaguer.
Sweezney. That's a great name.
And Arthur Kaliev on the move yet again to Montreal this time for a 2nd rounder. And Brett Kulak also going to Montreal. So I know Vancouver starts slow. I could see them being fairly quick to change the coach, if not the entire front office. So I think patience is running pretty thin there. And a few more off-season trades. And a budget already. We're into September. Don't need the morale bonus. Actually, I will bump the morale up just a little, and we can. Okay, give Foligno one more chance at breaking up that quick. Okay, he does a little better this time. The other guys are getting less upset with him. I'm just going to take a look at who we've got as captains potentially. Oh, yeah, Tavares now. Do we give him the C in his first season?
No. Because he's probably going to be gone after this year.
Well, we could go with the same group.
I think you leave it for this year and you plan on giving it to Bedard next year. Unless you slap an A on Bedard this year because he doesn't have one.
Yeah, but do you take it off of Dickinson or Murphy? Murphy, maybe.
Dickinson.
Dickinson's going to be a regular. I don't know that Murphy is.
All right.
He's the A1, so let's give Bedard that. Cardinal fan, no, sorry, I haven't heard anything back yet. I think the guys are busy working on FHML 12. I'll see if I can get an update for you, though. Oh, the quick breaks up on its own. So after tonight's game, who do you think Florida's a favorite?
I mean, Florida should have been a favorite to begin with, but
Yeah.
Dallas looks like they're getting closer to regaining their power, for lack of a better term. Haskinen keeps going, and their guys are finally starting to score.
Yeah, I mean, Dallas, Florida would be a pretty good series, I think.
But I'm not counting out Connor McDavid because he really hasn't done very much in this playoffs.
Is he saving his energy, or is he hurt?
I don't know. But I mean, like they're like, oh, their depth scoring is coming through. Yeah, but I mean, like you haven't really heard McDavid or Draisaitl like just dominate a game.
Okay, we got our first exhibition game, so I will try a few of the younger guys in to start. Younger and newer guys will get Tavares and Bess for their first games. I don't want too many forwards. 13, yes I do. And first exhibition game of Spencer Knight, who's probably the biggest reason we had the season we did last year in goal, and 4-1 win over New Jersey. And Frank Nazar managed to get injured in his first game. Gone for 1 to 2 months with a concussion. So that is pretty much picking up where we left off. What other free agents do the Jets have besides Ehlers?
Ehlers, Appleton is another one. Barron's an RFA. Velarde's an RFA, and Sandberg's an RFA. Dominic Tononato's a UFA. Hayden Fleury's a UFA, I think, too.
You think they'll get Appleton back?
I don't know if they want Appleton back. And I don't mean that, again, he's looking for a longer contract than probably what the Jets want to give him, for one. I don't have a problem with that. Appleton is can touch 20 goals type guy, but he's not an amazing scorer either. He's a good hard-nosed player with good defensive skills, but they kind of need someone who has a little bit more of a scoring punch. Same thing with like Brandon Tanev, I guess. So there's another UFA.
Yeah.
Tanev has said he's open to the possibility of coming back again.
See, so that's a guy I'd like the Canucks to go after.
Well, see, I like Tanev. I like Appleton. Depends what they want and depends how much playing time. But I mean, like, you talk about things that made a difference. Tanev had 1 point in 13 games. Appleton had a couple big stuff, but then like in the game 6 there, he missed the wide open net because the puck jumped on him a little bit. And that's not the reason they lost the game, but it's didn't help them win it either. So
interesting trade
they got
there.
some good.
Just in the game, Canucks traded Connor Garland to the Penguins for the Jets second rounder in 2026. Yeah, this year, this upcoming year.
What's interesting is they said they're going to make contract offers to Ehlers and try and convince him to stay, but they also said Lowry and Connor too, because both those guys are available for extensions on July 1st. But like Lambert's going to be fighting for a spot. Chiberkov's going to be fighting for a spot. Chiberkov on Lowry's line in place of Appleton would be really interesting. But apparently the Jets are also trying really hard to get, I'm trying to think of his name right, Dmitry
Kuzmin?
Rashevsky.
Oh.
Not Kuzin. They traded away Kuzin. Kuzin's on Chicago now.
Yeah.
Rashevsky, who was their 4th round pick a number of years ago, to come over. He's been, I think it's 4th rounder. He's had some decent years in the KHL. Rashevsky. They said they've talked to him, had a Zoom call with him, and he's going to make a decision in a couple weeks. 6'1" right winger. He was drafted 5th round in 2021. Last year in the KHL with Dynamo Moscow, he had 40 points in 65 games.
Yeah, Canucks-wise, I really hope they can re-sign Besser and Suter as well. It would be nice, but probably a fantasy to go after Marner.
They're going after Ryan Suter?
P.S. Suter.
Oh, Ryan Suter would look good. 41-year-old defenseman on that team.
That would fit right in. Yeah, I mean, there's what's his name? That beard guy Burns is probably looking for about a $5 million deal this year. He's a UFA. Go after him.
It sounds like he's thinking about retiring, but I could be wrong on that.
He can get another payday out of it if he wants. Okay, gonna cut the roster down a little bit here. Feels like I got another defenseman I should have. Oh wow, Thornton is really coming along. Let's call him up for a game and we'll settle Amaro down. Hayes can go. Anybody that's got to go back? Vanaker has got another junior year in him, does he? Yeah, Branford. Oops. He doesn't really stand out enough that he's going to get regular playing time, so I'm going to send him back to junior the OHL for another year.
Makes sense.
And again, lots of centers. Wingers are a little weaker. Stuyov played well when we had him last year, so I'm kind of reluctant to send him down right away. I think I'll start Lardis in the AHL. I'm down to 24, so I forgot to give Thornton a number. And first lost the exhibition season 4-3 to Vegas.
Of course.
We're just trying to get guys playing time at this point, although it looks like Tavares is playing pretty well to start out.
If he's playing limited minutes, should be fine.
And if he has something less than limited minutes, or something more than limited minutes,
then we have too high expectations for him.
okay, gonna put together something resembling the opening night roster now. I think Mikheyev may be starting a season on the bench. I think I'm going to do the same with Stuyov. Or not put him in the AHL. Got 12 forwards with Mikheyev and Veleno's the other. Well, Veleno Khrushchev played better than Veleno last year, and not as good as Nadeau either. Really might be Foligno, the guy that should be sitting, but he's the captain. I don't give Thornton one more game.
You cut him from being captain, I guess.
Wait, why don't I have a full roster there? 4, 8, 11. Oh, I can't get line on it. And see, Bedard winds up the third line, but that's just the AI randomizing things a bit in the preseason.
Which makes sense. You don't want to put him too many minutes.
Yeah, you want to get a look at your other guys too. And another Canucks trade. Oh, jeez. They traded the second rounder for John Hayden. Yeah, that's something Vancouver would do. Oh, and don't forget, we are the running Team Canada this year, so.
Yes. Well, it's the
Olympics.
Yep. So when they asked, it was like, whoa, yeah, of course.
No pressure. going to let Murphy start the season. I will set up the lines properly now. Let's put Bertuzzi on the top line with Besser and Bedard. Oh, I'm going to also need to go through the roster and check roles. Just seeing if anybody has ratings have changed a bit and now maybe in a better role. Brandstrom's okay. Vlasic coming off the injury, fine. Kaiser, yep. Korchinski still is a 2A. Thornton, what about him? Quarterback. Yeah, let's go with it for now. Murphy, good. Levshunov. Levshunov with surprisingly weak roll ratings. Vine, good. Here's one maybe you need to change Reichel to a two-way forward, or counterattacking forward rather. More of a two-way role.
Fair enough.
Tavares, I don't think I like him as a screener. I'm going to have him as a playmaker instead. Berard's on perimeter shooter, and he did really well with that last year. So I think we've got a Besser was set as that as well. So I think I'm going to have to change that for Besser.
Or put them on two different lines.
We'll start him there and we'll see what happens. Foligno definitely going for more of a grinder role at this point in his career. Oh, there we go. That's what I want to do. I'm going to make Besser a screener, put him in front of the net. Bedard shoots from the outside, and we've got Bertuzzi working on the corners. I think that works for us. Let's try a game out like that and see how it goes. 6-2 win over Florida. And fairly good numbers across the board. Murphy, not great. Foligno, weak offensive game, but solid defensively.
Oh, man, you're still not to the regular season yet?
One more game. We played on the first preseason day, so I think that's stretched it out a little bit. This will be the last one. Yeah, it'd be nicer if they went to more like, we'll do it the preseason like the CFL does. Two preseason games, one of them not even in the home stadium, and then they're done. So we get the CFL starting in what, a little over 2.5 weeks?
I'm sorry, say that again?
CFL season starting in a little over 2.5 weeks.
Yeah.
And we just barely get by Winnipeg. And did anybody manage to get hurt in the last exhibition game this time? No. And you see the Utah Mammoths' new name and logo this year for 25-26. Didn't have time to do the uniforms, so we'll avoid looking at those for now.
Well, the one uniform is still the same.
Okay, anybody significantly clear waivers? Crevier, no, he's not going to get touched. Gutman, good prospect, but probably not. And Anderson should get through. And we'll have to watch, see if there's anything decent comes our way waiver-wise, because looking at the D, I mean, some of these guys are young and are trying to develop them, and Brandstrom played a lot better than a two-star guy last year. So we'll have a little bit of faith in him at least to start the season. Oh, did we change the tactics up in the playoffs? Did you do that on the permanent screen or?
I did.
Yeah, you did. Okay, let's crank that down a bit. Still a young team, so we can go with the higher tempo. Just move things a little back towards the middle. Nobody really standing out in the preseason. Bedard, 4 goals, but I should take a quick look at the preseason stats before we get going. Surprised my internet has held up this well. It's been really shaky the last few days. I've been getting a little hiccups every couple hours or so. Oops, I missed the first waiver period. Well, at least didn't force us to commit to anybody. Braden Schneider to the Flames.
Interesting.
Nothing to Coppin to San Jose. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's anybody too impressive, and surprisingly enough, we're not named as a favorite for the Cup this year.
Shocker.
Edmonton, the Jets, and Colorado. Oh, did we get a training camp? Did I miss it, or did you see it? The training camp development report.
Should be before that, right? Yeah. Should be before waivers. Actually, couldn't you change it from all messages to?
Can't remember what category that goes in, or is it general? There we go.
Nope.
Yep, it is.
Oh yeah, there it is.
Okay, LeBerge,
Number
nice.
12.
A guy.
Oh, he had a nice bump.
Pick just because he was a guy. Shunavo Nadeau, nice development there. Lazar, Reichel, Soderstrom, Tolia, I think that was a late draft pick. Artis, very nice. Starting the season in Rockford. Yep, pretty big numbers across the board. Pinelli, good. Dickinson goes down one, Mikheyev, and now Tavares. Yeah, that's kind of what we expected. And one thing I am going to do with training, let's just some of the guys we sent down are no longer on the training list, so take advantage of their bonus points and spread them around a bit. Maybe try to prop up Foligno a little longer. Okay, should be good to start the season with that, I think.
All right.
So a fairly young team again this year, I think. Let's check the few of the lists here. For prospect rankings, we are now 7th overall, decent. Nobody in the top 25, but a couple in the top 50. Positional rankings wise, we're probably pretty far down. Yeah, 25th overall, just ahead of the Canucks.
Unshocking.
And demographics, I'm guessing we're by far the youngest team in the league. No, we're not. Flyers, Habs, and Sabres all got younger than us. We're up to 26, so that's Tavares. And probably Besser a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
Tavares pulled that number up. Average age isn't as low as it was last season. But theoretically... Oh, we should check that. I forgot to check the playing time on the lines. Just so we don't wear the old man out. I got some waivers. Adam Larson from Seattle. Cam Fowler, surprisingly. What's Fowler making? Fowler is making $2.8 million. That's not terrible. He is going downhill, but... Oh, and yeah, Larson at $4.1 million over 4 years. That's a little much. What is our cap floor? Yeah, we're 11 above the cap floor, so we're fine. We still got some cap room to play with, too. Forgot I wanted to take a look at the preseason stats. Oh, yeah, Teravainen played pretty well. Vlasic seems to have recovered okay from his injury that kept him out all last year. Got back in time to watch from the press box for the last couple of games, but that was it. What do you think? Waiver claim on somebody, Adam? No, Philip Broberg in St. Louis, too. Who didn't have much of a year last year.
22 points isn't bad.
Yeah.
Not as good as real life, but...
Yeah.
I don't know. Do we really need anything?
I mean, we got a bunch of 2-stars playing on D.
Old man Adam Larson. Old man Cam Fowler.
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe Fowler.
Fowler on 1 year is fine.
Cam Fowler claim. Let's see what happens.
We do have the cap space, right?
Easily.
Well, we did sign a
12
bunch
or
of
13
money.
million, yeah. But I mean, we had Weber's contract before and that disappeared.
Cam Fowler has been claimed.
And he needs a number. Oh, we got no defenseman numbers.
What? Hold on. Let's see here. 57 is a defenseman number. You know that.
How? Let's go
There's
with
a
a double.
defenseman on your team with 57.
I just remember that being Steve Hines' number. Fowler's wearing 55 for us. And he's going to push Murphy out of the lineup.
55 is the center's number.
In football, maybe.
Mark Scheifele, 55.
And Thornton's going to have to go down. We give him 23. No pressure associated with that, playing in Chicago. And we got our home opener. They're coming up here against Colorado. And then looks like the Jets lost their first game.
That's it. Cancel the season.
I will give you a quick look at what your roster looks like this year. Thomas Milic backing up Hellebuck.
Yeah, I can see that.
Morgan Riley. Did that happen last time? What did he? Is it a trade? Yeah, Perfetti for Riley.
Yeah,
That.
yeah, that happened last year.
I mean, you got a pretty scary group of defensemen.
I mean,
And you did re-sign
yes,
Ehlers.
scary is the right word. Conclaves?
Salvas. Got him from Tampa last year, midway through the season. Back to us. Oh, I was going to check the ice times. Yeah, 17 minutes seems reasonable for the second. Whoa, wait. Tavares was actually down below Khrushchev on the depth chart. Don't want that. And yeah, I think I'm going to try Veleno on the second line to start out with.
Put Veleno as the number 3 center. Move Khrushchev off.
Oh, maybe, yeah. Well, worked out anyhow, 4-1 win.
I'll leave it for now.
Lucas Reichel with 2 assists, and Besser with a couple in his debut. Yeah, Veleno played reasonably well. And Khrushchev didn't. Looks like Besser wasn't back checking too much. Yeah, and 962 save percentage for Knight, so that continues. And the Canucks have won their opener.
That save is officially broken then, I guess.
And Sam Reinhart, what's out of Florida? Just going to take a quick look at what the Canucks are this season. Still Demko and Lankinen. I got Shilovs there. No, he's left apparently. Nothing too unfamiliar on the D. Connor McMichael Eichel from Washington. And Vitaly Kravtsov's back. And Hayden, the guy they wasted the second rounder for, and has started off the season -3 in 2 games. And just a quick look at our depth chart. See, Thornton's still rated super highly, but we'll see how he does off the start in the AHL. He may get called back up. Oh, Stjernborg is sweet. Maybe we should have brought him over. He's one of our best forward prospects now. And Gutman made it through waivers. That's good. And how's Nazar's injury coming along? 1 to 2 months still. Game 2 against Montreal, same lineup. And 2-0 shutout. Night again. 31 saves. And Nadeau managed to injure himself, but it's a minor one. Elbow contusion, 1 to 2 weeks. So Mikheyev will get a game.
I thought we traded him away.
We were trying to, but couldn't. But speaking of which, I should put him back on the block.
Yes, you should.
And Gavin McKenna, the likely #1 pick overall this year. Got a few decent guys behind him, but it's a pretty big gap between 1 and 2. And Mikheyev on the trade block. We'll give Soderblom his first start against San Jose, which should be an easy game, as they're still terrible. And he loses it 4 to 2. Yeah, we outshot Paskarov. Had a good game for San Jose. Korchinski was pretty bad. Tavares, Dixon, yeah, not. Levshunov and Teravainen were okay. Everybody else was mediocre at best. Logan Cooley leading the league in scoring.
Interesting.
Right ahead of Scheifele and Connor. And Washington, Florida, and LA had an overtime loss, but all still undefeated. Not too surprising for the top-selling jerseys. Bedard, Knight, Besser, Tavares, and the captain, Foligno. And yeah, as we just said, Gavin McKenna, #1 overall. Although he started a little slow with Medicine Hat.
Jeff, I don't remember if we've asked this before, but since you're talking about jersey stuff, what was the first jersey you got? 2-part question. First jersey you ever had?
Do you know the answer to this? Because
No, I don't remember if you've said.
there was a picture of me. I found it a little while ago. I can't remember. I still got it. wearing a Jets WHA jersey from like 1974.
Okay.
I'm assuming my aunt and uncle from Winnipeg bought it for me.
Okay.
Um,
Well, let me ask you this then, as the follow-up, because I mean it's important to know that. But what's the uh, first jersey you bought that was customized?
cause I don't usually buy customized jerseys. I've
Oh,
got the Tiger Williams one is customized. My Kansas City Scouts one is customized, but not with a name because they didn't have nameplates in that year. I think those are the only two customized ones I've got. Everything else is
fair enough.
blank.
I didn't
Those,
have a customized one until I got my Heritage Classic Shifley one.
okay, I took Kaiser out, and as soon as he does, gets a stomach virus. So good timing there. And back on track with 4-1 over the Kings, and Connor Murphy, who gets his first game of the season, picks up 3 assists.
Nice. I'm trying to think what jerseys are hanging in my closet right now from my childhood, but I'm pretty sure there is a. Well, I know there is a Jets one with a blood stain on it. There is a
Yours or
San Jose
somebody
Sharks.
else's?
Mine. There's a San Jose Sharks, a Philadelphia Flyers, an Anaheim Ducks one. I can't think if there's another one or not.
Back up here. Why is there a blood stain on the Jets jersey?
Honestly, I think I wore it to school and I had a nosebleed.
I was expecting something a little more dramatic than that. Oh, I've got the other customized one I've got is a Charleston Chiefs Hanson brothers. Can't
Nice.
remember which brother it is though.
Now we're gonna go look at my closet, see if I'm forgetting any of those old jerseys. I'm gonna be right back.
And Montreal up again. I will give Soderblom a second chance to get his first win of the season. And just barely 3-2 over Montreal. Primo and goal for Montreal had a pretty good game. Oh, but Soderblom even better, 45 shots on him. So he actually won that for us. And Panthers and Caps are the only undefeated teams left. Kraken and Wild, both winless so far. And Kaiser and Nadeau still both out.
Okay, I went back and looked, and actually the blood stain is out of it. So, or I'm thinking of a different jersey.
You want
It'll
a
be a long
couple
time
more
before I'm
games?
fitting into it again, though. I did. I don't. I forget if I said I have a San Jose Sharks jersey though as well.
No, you didn't say that. Customized or just blank?
No, no, no. That is a one from my childhood when that
Uh,
team was brand new, and teal colors were amazing in the '90s.
Pat Falloon?
I mean, we watched the Sharks multiple times in Winnipeg. I had high hopes for Pat Flynn.
Yeah, a lot of people did.
Manitoba boy. Injuries, man, injuries.
Injuries in quotation marks.
No, it is. He had back issues. As far as I know, right now he's a farmer out in western Manitoba.
Okay, Nadeau
There's an
is back healthy again, so Mikheyev can go out.
there's an article done on him on I think it was the Athletic. A number of A year and a half ago.
I'm going to try that Kurashev for Veleno swap you mentioned before. Just for this last game against Nashville.
May as well.
We get out of it with a win, but it's an overtime. How'd they play? Yeah, nothing spectacular either way. Just going to do the second half of this back to back, and I think we'll wrap it up there, and you can continue next week. Oh, I haven't done contracts. You're going to have to take a look at those. We've probably got some expiring ones. Are we on? I think we're on Bedard's deal now, aren't we? Yeah, this is third year. Yeah, we got a whole bunch. Knight, Krasinski, Bedard, well, Tavares, obviously, Dickinson's out, Nazar. Yeah, you're going to have plenty to deal with there. But let's take a quick look after this game at the stats. Playing Washington, and we hand Washington their first loss of the year. 2-1 win. So a good way to wind it up. And there are no undefeated teams left, but we're one of, well, several that have only one loss. And no winless teams left either, as Minnesota and Seattle have both won. Jets struggling early. Okay, Kaiser is healthy. But Murphy has put up 5 assists in 5 games, so gonna leave that. Oh, that doesn't look good. Look what Fowler's suddenly has dropped down to 2 stars. He may have had less in the tank than what we thought.
I think his real life, he's actually kind of picked it back up, getting away from Anaheim. He looked good this year.
Stats, okay, wouldn't have predicted that. Our leading scorers are Lushinov and Foligno. Bedard is right behind them, but and Besser 5 points. Where is Tavares? 3 goals, no assists. That's not the start we wanted from him. Vlasic not amazing either. Is this just all on the goalies? Yeah, it's all on the goalies again. Knight 1.16 goals against average. So keep insisting that what we're doing isn't sustainable, and then somehow we keep sustaining it. And Nazar is down to 2 to 3 weeks, so he'll be back soon. And I think I will leave it there so you can play your first game against Toronto when you come back next week. Sound good?
See about that.
And you can start dealing with the contract situation. So do you want to wind it up there?
Sure, with that, thank you very much for tuning into another Franchise Hockey Manager stream. We typically stream every Wednesday night at 11 p.m. Eastern on twitch.tv/Franchise Hockey Manager, as well as twitch.tv/OOTP Developments. All our streams are archived on our YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/OOTP Developments as well, with stream archives going live typically Saturdays at about 1 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for our European viewers. You can also reach out to us on our Facebook page, which is facebook.com/Franchise Hockey Manager. You can find us on Bluesky as @Franchise Hockey. You can find us on Threads or any other social media as well. And of course, you can come on down to our official website, which is ootpdevelopments.com. Click on the community button in the top right-hand corner-ish area, and you can come talk about Franchise Hockey Manager, Out of the Park Baseball, Perfect Team Go, or anything else you wish to discuss. Jeff, did I miss anything?
No, I think we covered pretty much everything. There was a hotfix update late last week that probably didn't affect too many people, so you may want to get it, but unless you had a very specific situation in your game, it wouldn't have changed anything for you. Oh, and I just noticed who's the scoring leader in this game is so far this season. Some guy named Miller in New York. Wonder how they got him. Great.
I don't know.
Just great. Okay, so thanks everybody for coming out, and we will see you a week from now.